the day. It is the listed Golden Mile here at Bendigo. $200,000 race over the 1,600 metres. Big field, deep field, some classy gallopers lining up here. And our top weight with the 60 kilos for Paul Gatt and Philip Stokes is Aaron Bay. He's second up today. Ben, what are you expecting?
I'm expecting a sharply improved performance. So it was a complete forgivable run first up, out the back over 1,200 on a track that, look, many horses didn't handle. He's got an outstanding second up record. He's suited up in distance. He's suited getting onto a firmer surface. And with that rise in distance, he can settle a lot closer today from an inside draw. I thought he was the best roughie on the program today.
I think he looks excellent in the yard too. I think it's a really good parade from him. He's got a dynamic second up record. I'd be expecting him to run very well the way that he's turned out here.
If there's a horse that loves getting out of the stables, hitting the highway and getting to some of these country venues, you'd have to say it's Holy Man's. Horse number 2 here for Mick D and Kira Ma.
Yeah, I think the next horse we're going to talk about would have something to say about that too. But yeah, he led and stuck on really solidly for third first up. He should be fitter for that run. He might have to do a bit of work from the draw, but he can go forward and I think he can give a great side. What does he look like, Amy? Yeah,
got a beautiful rich colour to his coat and he's lovely and relaxed. Very typical parade by him. Fitness, he's come to hand pretty quickly this preparation. I think he looks spot on.
Well, that next horse that you mentioned is the Sale Cup winner from the spring. It is Pounding, whose record stands at 8 wins from 48 starts, almost $1.4 million in prize money. He's a ripper.
Well, I mentioned that Aaron Bay's going to love getting onto a firmer surface, and so is this guy. He went around in the same race first up as Aaron Bay, and like Aaron Bay, you need to just forget that he went around. He's far better suited up in distance on a firmer track. Did beat Aaron Bay over 1,600 to win a Sale Cup last preparation, so he's another one at a big price that can improve and can improve sharply, and wouldn't shock to see him in the finish.
He's been a great horse for connections, hasn't he? He's a $1.3 million earner, 8-time winner. He's just been an absolute gem. He looks great again today. Very consistent parade from him. I'd like to see him just bounce back a little bit now that he's stepped up in distance, which you'd be expecting him to do.
Jamie Mott looking for a treble. He teams up with his old mate John McArdle. They've got Regal Zeus, who was a winner over 1,200 metres last start.
Yeah, looks your leader in the race. Last start winner that, look, he was just got complete control and kept running. I guess the query today, even though he's better suited third up in trip, big positives, is the amount of pressure from horses like Holy Man's, Rhinoceros and Aramco. If they let him go and he gets a loose lead, good luck catching him.
You know what? He can maintain a really good gallop and absorb pressure as well. I think he's such a good, tough horse. He very rarely runs a bad race. He's been so grown up this preparation. He used to get himself quite worked up on race day. This is as good as I've ever seen in parade.
The 5 is Von Hawk. Is he ready to find something like his best third up?
I think he is. He was just too far back in an on-pace dominated race last start. He did run the third fastest last 200. He's fit a third up. He's suited dropping in class. I guess my query is, does he get too keen for 1,600 and is the end of 1,600 a bridge too far?
He's such a good-looking horse. I've always had a lot of time for him. He presents in beautiful order here. Whether that distance range is going to be right up his alley, we'll find out shortly, but the team have turned him out looking very well.
Horse number 6 is Star Vega. John Allen jumps aboard for Anthony and Sam Freedman. This is a horse, Ben, once he got out over a trip during the spring, was placed multiple times in some nice middle distance races. What can he do first up?
Well, he's jumped out really nicely in a strong heat, suggesting that he's come back well, but he's probably going to be a long way back and going to be better for the run over further.
You'd expect that he's naturally going to improve, but he's got a really good base of fitness there. He'll probably just tighten up a little bit as he does get deeper into the prep, but he's a horse that can get quite above himself when he's in the mounting yard, and it's a good parade from him today.
Can Stephen Brown from Seymour make it a feature double? He's got Lady Jones lining up third up. She stays at the mile.
It was a really solid return before a completely forgivable run when wide against the pattern at the Valley last start. She might be ready to peak third up. She did win the bracelet on this day 12 months ago. Just not sure where she gets to from the barrier. It's not an easy draw. She
looks excellent. Gee, she's moving well, this girl. Brownie's got his team ticking along absolutely superbly at the moment, so you've always got to give them an extra mark for that. But she looks excellent.
Win, win, win and win is the form card for Ingzudo, one of our key chances here. He's a winning machine for Robbie Griffiths, and well, Luke Curry started his association with the horse at last start, looking to go back-to-back.
Yeah, he's just airborne. He's won his last 4 starts. Stable's airborne too. Another treble on Thursday night to go with a string of recent Metropolitan winners. Look, rises in class today, and the barrier really complicates the task.
He's full of confidence though, isn't he? He's been racing so well. I love this horse. He's so good looking. He's just an absolute dreamboat to look at, in my opinion. He's been beautifully maintained. He looks pretty much identical to how he has all preparation, and he just keeps on performing well.
Rumbled again is the 9. She was a stakes winner over the mile in the spring. She's third up and at the mile again today.
Yeah, best work laid against the pattern second up at Moonee Valley, and she's suited dropping in class third up. I'm a bit worried with her racing pattern, how far back she gets.
Action's lovely, long and loose here. I thought that she was moving well. She's never a mare that carries a whole heap of excess condition, so she's come to hand pretty well. She does need to bounce back to some of that good form from last prep, though.
Smoking Princess, the Fastnet Rock mare, looking to add a stakes win to her CV here for Patrick and Michelle Payne.
Yeah, this horse was huge from last start in a race run, not to suit her. She's won 4 of her previous 5 and was second to an inform mare in the only other run. She's just racing in career best form. I think the big key today, from the draw, she went back from a wide draw last time. I think she can be a lot closer. Love this mare, Amy. I love the way she's going this prep. I think she can run a huge race here.
Me too. She's an absolute beauty, isn't she? She's a big girl. She's handled this preparation extremely well. She's not showing any signs of training off. Yes, her coat's just turned a little bit, but that's where she's located in Plumpton. That's nothing to do with the way that she's going to be performing here.
The 11 years Mission of Love for the Melbourne Cup winning stable of John Simons and Sheila Laxon.
Yeah, fit a second up. I'd prefer her chances over further.
She was okay, but there's definitely others that I have on top ahead of her today.
The 12 Windstorm wasn't far away from Exudo last time.
Yeah, he was a great run there. Hit the line hard, was beaten half a length, maybe unlucky not to win that race after being held up, had to check across heels. Meets the winner a kilo and a half better off, but more significantly perhaps today, he's drawn the better. He's drawn for the softer run. Got to overlook the fact it's been 4.5 years since the last win, but off the last run and the draw today, I think he's a chance.
Has been a long time, hasn't it, since he's won, but very consistent parade, very similar to how I see him every start.
The big Rhinoceros on the quick backup.
Yeah, backs up following an upset win at Caulfield last Saturday. I think he's even better suited up to 1600 here, and he can roll forward over 1600. It's a stronger race, though.
Yeah, good-looking Rhino. He looks great again today, very similar to last week. Probably just a touch tighter, which is what you'd expect on the quick backup.
The 14 New York Hurricane for Liam Howley, first up since the spring.
But he trialled quite well in a strong heat. I guess it's a tough ask here first up from a wide draw, given his better form's been in weaker races over further, but the trial was encouraging that at least he's come back well. Yeah,
he looks well. That's the way it looks. I don't know if today's going to be a bit short and sharp for him, but he's presented in good order.
And the 15 Aramco's been up around the 1,600 metres, got out to 2,000, back to the mile today.
Yeah, he had every chance last start on face value, but I think his best asset is rolling on the speed, and he was ridden a bit more conservatively, which I don't think suited him, and then he was still good late. He maps for a great run here. It might be outside lead, might be third the fence on a good speed. He loves firm ground, which he gets today. He's the map horse of the race.
Ticks a lot of boxes, doesn't it, from a match point, like you just said. Does look okay here. I thought it's very similar to how he's been turned out most starts that I've seen him recently.
Who wins the Golden Mile for 2025, Ben?
Yeah, Smoking Princess on top. I think she can settle closer from an inside draw here. Every run this prep's been outstanding. So she goes on top. I think the best roughie of the program is Aaron Bay. He's a dynamic horse second up. Forget the first up run. He can settle a lot closer here and run a big race on top of the ground up in distance. Did think that Windstorm's got a big hope. He hasn't won for a while, but it was a good run last time out, and he gets a little weight swing and a good draw. Regal Zeus looks your leader.
Good race this. Tough to make a decision on one horse. I've gone the 8 in Shudo on top. He's just fairly bulletproof. He looks excellent every single start. Aaron Bay, I was really taken by his parade today. Dynamic second up record. You've got to watch for him. I think that he'd be running very well. And I thought the big girl, Smoking Princess, she's very consistent. Looks good again today.
All right, I'm with Michelle Payne, co-trainer of Smokin' Princess, and we were just saying, Michelle, you've been relegated to number 2 in her fan club because Ben Ascari, I reckon he's the number 1 ticket holder in this girl's team.
He certainly is. He's a big fan of hers, and so are we. She's just a beautiful mare. Joe Lanterry and all the boys that own her, they're really excited about today's race, and she's here in good order. She looks really well. She's very healthy in her coat, and Shudo looks fantastic though, so he's going to be tough to beat the favourite, but I think she's shaping up well.
They're never easy to win these black type races. You need as many things as you can to fall into place and go right. She's drawn a good gate. What does Tom do from the barrier? How would you like to see it unfold?
He's just going to ride his horse. He's going to ride her where she's comfortable, not get too carried away with, trying to ride her too close from that good barrier. I think sometimes you can get fooled into that, but at the same time, we don't want to be giving away the advantage that we have. So she's, been able to sit outside the leader and win at Sandown a few runs ago, which was really good to see, the diversity of her. So hopefully she's fresh and well here today. She, travels not too far away and, gets lucky in running and can run a good race.
And just on that, she's racing so consistently, wasn't beaten far last start. Everything at home that she's showing you and Patrick is that she's going as well as what she has in some of her earlier runs this campaign.
Yeah, yep, can't see any reason why she's going to go backwards at all. So obviously each race is getting a bit stronger as she's sort of getting up in grade, but she's fitting well and hopefully from that good barrier she puts the forward showing.
Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, we can split them by half a point here. So best ride wins this. Looking at the market here, punters, for the second last here at Bendigo. We can have a look at Exudo. It's just half a point clear of Smokin' Princess. Now, Regal Zeus has been rock solid all the way through. Watch the early ride. Windstorm will just try and pick him apart. He's been the best back since markets have opened at the price and probably your market mover. To be honest, race 9, number 12 is Windstorm. Outside of that, Lady Jones still remaining solid at the $12. Who is it? Who's going to give the horse the best ride? Get your bets on. Looking forward to seeing this one unfold. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the 1-800 number or visit the website.
So we're loading away for the feature on the program. It's the Bet365 Golden Mile here. Look, not much between a few of them. Regal Zeus, $6. It's going to be interesting. It looks like there could be a few fireworks early. Holy Man's out wide. Regal Zeus looks your leader. And Zudo, where's he get to from gate 15? Smokin' Princess can be closer from 1. There's a few others that I think are going to try and hold up and go forward. Maybe Holy Man's and Aramco. Good edition of the race. Almost a full field, just the one scratching. Let's head up to Matt Hill for his call. The feature today, it's the Golden Mile from Bendigo.
Shooto, who's to take an outside Ellie, and Von Hall. So on bookies, Enshooto is the favourite by half a point ahead of Regal, Zeus and Smokin' Princess, then Windstorm, but little between the four of them. In a very open Bet365 Golden Mile, and once again a full gate of 15 to go here for this year's renewal. Here's Enshooto, the favourite to take the outside. Enshooto is in, and they're set. Ready to run. Regal Zeus lunging at the front gate. Now, just as the starter was going to hit the button, Regal Zeus lunged, and the jockey of New York Hurricane is out of the saddle as well. Got a feeling Regal Zeus is going to be backed out here. Jamie Mott, who's written 2 winners already on the program this afternoon aboard Regal Zeus. So just as the starter's button was about to be hit, the jockeys tried to anticipate the start and the button wasn't hit, so Regal Zeus has lunged at the gate, and the vet's going to have a look at number 4. So Regal Zeus and 14 as well, New York Hurricane. So the vet's having a look at both 4 and 14. Regal Zeus a $7 chance on the tote, New York Hurricane an $81 chance on Paramutual. Now New York Hurricane, by the look of it, jockeys back aboard and milling around. I speak of Daniel Moore. And Regal Zeus number 4 is being brought forward, so it's been past fit to start.
And the vet is going to scratch number 14, Dan Moore's mount.
So 4 Regal Zeus has been past fit. At 14 New York Hurricane is going to come out. Number 14 New York Hurricane is a late scratching. The $80 chance is a late withdrawal. Number 14 New York Hurricane a late scratching at $4.51. Regal Zeus has been past fit. So 14 to run here in this 1600 metre feature. They are ready. Field of 14, they're set, and away they go. Beautiful line bar for Aaron Bay, second last out with Mission of Love. Pounding jump quickly with Lady Jones and Regal Zeus along the inside. Regal Zeus is going to lead Pounding Lady Jones, then rumbled again, and Smokin' Princess. Further back in the field are Ramco and Windstorm's about 7th. Then Rhinoceros and Holy Man's from Aaron Bay. Further back is Von Hawk. Now Insuto from that wide alley's about 3rd last with Star Vega, and Mission of Love is at the tail of the field. It's 9 lengths first to last. Regal Zeus the leader, 1,000 metres from home in the Golden Mile. A length Lady Jones. Smokin' Princess getting a lovely run from that low draw 3rd. 4th is Pounding and rumbled again around it. A length Rhinoceros deeper. Then Windstorm and Aaron Bay from Aramco. Holy Man's next in the field on the inside. Mission of Love from Star Vega. In Pseudo's 4 deep, trying to get it back to follow, and Von Hawk is last of all. Regal Zeus the leader. 650 metres to go. 3/4 of a length in front of Lady Jones. Smokin' Princess rumbled again next. Rhinoceros off the course. A length Pounding Aaron Bay, and then came Holy Man's. Windstorm is next, stoked along. Insuto is trying to trail into the race, about 7 off the front from Star Vega. Mission of Love. Regal Zeus the first to straighten, 350 out by a length and a half. Smokin' Princess, Lady Jones, then Aaron Bay whacking on from Pounding Aramco. Von Hawk and Insuto from a mile back. Regal Zeus at the 150, a length in front. Smokin' Princess trying hard. Regal Zeus a neck. Smokin' Princess, Aaron Bay trying to get between them, then Pounding. Still Regal Zeus from Smokin' Princess, and then all the way. Regal Zeus from Smokin' Princess, a photo 3rd. Pounding or Von Hawk, then Aaron Bay. Next to finish in the race was Lady Jones. Aramco, Mission of Love, Insuto and Windstorm from Star Vega. Rhinoceros, a gap to Holy Bands, and last to finish was rumbled again.
Jamie Mott has controlled it. He's got it centimetre perfect on Regal Zeus. Looked the obvious leader, went forward, controlled it, didn't get a lot of pressure. He pushed the button early. Smokin' Princess had the entire straight, came off his back to run him down. She's got very, very close, but he's just held on Regal Zeus. He will get it. A day out for Jamie Mott, and he steers a listed winner into the winner's stall for his old mate John McArdle. So often a formidable combination, once again to the fore in listed company. We've got a photo for 3rd. Aaron Bay prominent on the inside, Pounding down the middle of the track, involved in that photo finish. No doubts about the winner though. Regal Zeus, Ben, just holds on from your on-top selection, Smokin' Princess.
Yeah, I think that was a tough win. I do dare say that that'll go to either Von Hawk or Pounding for 3rd without having seen the photo. But, oh no, he might have got there, Aaron Bay, so that's a little bit easier to take for some of us that like them each way. But, wow, he's a tough horse, eh? Regal Zeus bumped his head in the gates. Vet's made the right call there. Obviously, it was just superficial, nothing to worry about. J Mott taken riding honours today, beating the informed mare, Smokin' Princess. They were the 2 best rides, controlled it from the front. The one that followed him through, she just couldn't run him down. She's so tough, but Regal Zeus gets the result.
He's hard to get past, isn't he? But Smokin' Princess, she tries her absolute guts out. She's such a good, brave mare. She gave her all, but beautifully judged ride by Jamie. Just got him into that sweet rhythm. I thought there'd be a bit more pressure put on him, to be fair. They just sort of half left him alone, which is a very dangerous thing to do when you let this horse get in front, because he's even capable of absorbing good pressure and still kicking. But he's very honest. He's incredibly hard to get past, and he was very, very good today. Great run by the Princess. Once again, she just never runs a bad race. Aaron Bay was excellent, holds up his good second up record. He never really runs a bad race, Ben, but that was a very, very good performance by Regal Zeus. And I just saw John McArdle cuddle more men than what I've ever seen in my life, JT.
Yeah, he loves a cuddle with a big throng of owners, and lucky John, this horse has a thick head, a bit like his trainer. He passed fit at the start, and, well, the rest is history.
Yeah, look, he actually had a little bit of a blood Thursday afternoon. It was only very slight, and we spoke to the stewards and we re-blooded him yesterday, and it was okay yesterday afternoon, so he almost was a scratching. Probably not his usual routine to go from 1200 to 1600, but he was, prepped up for the Easter handicap, the Victoria handicap last week, and drew terribly. He's just an incredibly tough horse. I think that's now once in his last 12 starts he hasn't ran first or second, so he's a listed winner now. He's a horse that we know can get out to sort of 1700 and 1800. He's a horse that handles wet, dry ground. He's a racehorse, and Jamie has obviously ridden him plenty of times before, so he knows how to ride him, and rode him perfect. I did think when Michelle and Paddy's horse got up outside him, we might be just a little bit soft late, but Jamie got into him, and the horse, he does dig in, so really good effort from him.
He mapped as the obvious leader, but still it must be a nervous watch, even when he's got a couple of cheap sectionals through the middle part of that race, that last 400 metres, knowing that they're going to be bearing down on him and he needs to be tough.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, we know that he's going to be in for the fight, but, you know, it's been a month between runs, and his last start was 1200, so we were a little bit worried, but, you know, it's, as they say, it's the fight that's in the dog, and there's plenty of fight in him.
What's next for him?
We'll go back. You never know. I might freshen him up and run him in the Haruba next week. Nah, look, we'll just sit down with Mark Burkhart and Brent, my business partner, and we'll go through it and see. There might be a little race for him up in Sydney or Adelaide that we might have a go at and see where he goes from there.
I reckon it's a dangerous afternoon to be a cold one in the winning owners room, mate. Go and enjoy it.
It will be when I get back. I'm driving him back, so at about 9:30 in Mornington, it might be a bad time.
This mounting yard